Hey guys, welcome to the recap of the action at the Paris Grand Slam. Day 3, probably the best day, in my opinion. Now, we'll get to all the action in just a second. I do want to have a look at one thing from yesterday that I missed, and some interesting obitori gaishi throws. So yesterday, Yonezuka, he got Hansogumake for a bear hug, and this is the bear hug here. Both guys lose their grips, Yonezuka follows, and then bear hug, Tani Atoshi combination. But if you guys remember from day 1, Tone with this Ochigari, but it did start from a bear hug. So I've frozen the grips, and I'm really not sure what the difference is. My understanding of the rule is these are both illegal and should be penalized, but I just don't understand why Tone got an ippon there. Speaking of ippons, this obitori gaishi from Shirazdishvili is an ippon, and then this one here from Toroboyev is a wazari. Anyway, on to the results. We'll start under 90. Murao, he was upset in his first contest, got thrown twice, once for wazari, and then this here I thought was an ippon for sure. So I will say for Murao, this loss couldn't have come at a better time. He'll be more prepared heading into Paris. He will not want to lose like that ever again. The guy he lost to, Hajiev, made it all the way to the final, ended up facing Zhank in the final there. So for Zhank, actually I think his name's Skank, which doesn't sound the greatest, but that's what Sheldon was saying on the commentary. Now Skank, don't worry, I have an equally as bad last name. If you message me, I'll tell you what it is. But anyway, back to Skank's performance, taking a gold here at Paris, and then just a week earlier taking a gold at Portugal as well. He's looking really good heading into the Paris Olympics, and someone who I had overlooked just a little bit at under 90s. Also, the two bronze medalists at under 90, they performed pretty well as well. Shirov from Kyrgyzstan, he had two really good techniques. This one here, and Uranage, but have a look at this one. This Kosotogake. I love this technique. Boom! Really smashed his opponent there. And then Ingayup. Now this Ingayup, Maxime Gale, is he the brother of Ingayup at under 100s? There seems to be a lot more siblings doing judo than I had actually thought. The Deguchis, the Ingayups, the Abes, I think there's definitely more out there as well. Now, under 100s, all eyes were on Arai Dota and Aaron Wolf. Now, Arai, he had a bye in his first contest and then came out and took out Ingayup. Now, I might be kind of overthinking the situation a little bit, but Arai was taking a really long time with his judo-gi. Didn't see this in Tokyo. In Tokyo, he's much more engaged in his contests and just kind of wanted to go out there and smash everyone. And then, I'm not too sure, but there were several instances where he was kind of rubbing his leg. At one point I thought, oh, that was a bit soft. Maybe he should get some of those supporters that you see a lot of guys wear on their shins. So I'm not sure if he was carrying an injury or something, but I mean, I'm just making excuses for him now. So in the next contest he ends up facing Kukoje. And Kukoje, a really tall guy, long legs. And Arai, he just couldn't get his techniques going. Arai, he's probably one of the best on the planet at kind of hooking onto someone and then getting them moving, getting the momentum going. But Kukoje just solid defense, and then watch this in the newaza, really destroyed Arai on the ground. So a little bit of weakness shown here. Now on the IGF's Instagram page, they were kind of saying Kukoje showing the BJJ guys how to do it, and I've seen this comment a lot recently, and I kind of wish they would just kind of not kind of prod at the BJJ community. Let them do their sport, let us do our sport. There's no reason to compare how people do things, who's better, who's worse. Doesn't even matter. So have a look at this from Kukoje. And it's hard to see from this angle, but Arai, as he's standing up, starts tapping. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought once someone stood up, the ref had to call mate. But I liked what I see. Kukoje really humbling Arai, showing that he's not at the level yet. Hopefully he'll kind of use that as motivation, come back, be even stronger. But with him out, it was Aaron Wolf. And Aaron Wolf, he didn't have to do much to do better than Arai, but he went all the way. He destroyed pretty much everyone he went up against. There was one contest that was a little bit touch and go. He ended up getting thrown here by the Mongolian. Have a look at this Uchimata. Definitely no disagreement about the score. This is definitely a wazari. But then Wolf, he returns. A really nice ippon. Have a look at this. Flat on his back. So came back from a wazari down, was throwing everyone he went up against, and in the final against Shirazdishvili, a nice Uchimata, sealed the deal. and this is absolutely incredible. So since the Tokyo Olympics, Aaron Wolf has been at seven different competitions. He only medaled at one of them, and it wasn't a silver, it was a bronze medal. So to come back from all that, to be down in the gutter, everyone kind of writing him off, and then to take gold here and pretty much secure his Olympic selection, I'm pretty sure they're going to come out soon and say, Aaron Wolf, you're going to the Paris Olympics. So well done to him. Shiraz-Dashvili is doing really well these days at under 100s. There was a time where I thought maybe this was a bad decision. He was kind of getting overpowered by a lot of guys, but he showed that he's kind of bulked up, he's getting strong, he's starting to throw people. You saw the Obitori Gaishi throw earlier on in the video, and they're just kind of rolling these guys around in the Newaza. So 2 good finishes from him in the last 2 contests, which is great heading into the Paris Olympics. Now Kakuje and Shakan, they took a bronze medal each, but winning by Shido. So let's move on to the big heavyweights, and of course it's Teddy Renier's day, Paris Grand Slam, and he's competing. Ended up facing a bit of adversity against Yusupov. I kind of predicted this. Yusupov is really good at giving Teddy Renier kind of a bit of a problem. Now I think all these scores are pretty good. Wazari from Yusupov, Wazari from Renier, and then this final throw here. I mean, Yusupov, he looks like he kind of skips over the Uchimata and then does a nice counter. But in these situations where someone initiates and your back hits the floor and they roll over, they're going to give it to the guy who initiates the technique. So Teddy Renier, 2 Wazaris, gets through that contest. So moving into the final, and it was against Kim. Kim, a really great competitor at plus 100s these days. I thought this might have been a Wazari, but I mean, it's hard to see from this camera angle. Maybe Teddy Renier had his elbow out. And Kim putting in the good attacks. If Kim can do this, Saito definitely can. So I hope Saito looks at this and kind of learns a little bit from Kim. And then golden score, Wazari for Teddy Renier. He takes another gold at Paris. Incredible stuff by him. And Kim, he took a silver medal, took out Nakano. Nakano has been looking good recently, although he did lose this contest. I was kind of hoping to see Nakano versus Teddy Renier just to see how that would play out. And I've got to say, I think Nakano is probably going to be the number 2 for Japan at plus 100s these days. He's not just a big strong guy, he's got a really good sense for judo as well. Have a look at this Ashiwaza here. And if you really want to go see some of his judo, go have a look at the Portugal Day 3 highlights from last week. He had some really nice techniques there as well. On to the ladies now. Under 78, we had Wagner. She took out Balandi in the final by Shidos. So silver for Balandi. I do like Balandi's judo. So at under 78, it's going to be Wagner, Balandi, or maybe Posvit, who take that Paris gold. And for the bronze medals, we had Malonga and Steenhuis from the Netherlands. Now at plus 78, did you guys see this quick and massive ippon from Fontaine against Arai? So Fontaine taking one of the bronze medals. On the other side of the bracket, there was Hershko. Ozdemir from Turkey made it all the way to the final. She ended up facing Dicko, and it was Dicko. She pulled out the Wazari into the Osai Komi for the win. So that's it, guys. That's all the action at Paris. What did you think? Stay tuned. There'll be a Top Ippons video coming soon. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.